Manual betting and trading is also possible with BFBot Manager. All you need to do is load the markets that you want to bet on, and then open the event that you want to bet on in the Selections view. Then it's possible to bet on this event either through this grid view or through a ladder view that you can open by pressing the ladder button. Here you can set your stake for your one-click betting. You can also change it to bet to win an amount. So instead of betting £10, you bet according to the odds you bet on in order to win £10 profit. In this case, the stake will change depending on the odds you bet on. For higher odds, your stake's going to get smaller, and for lower odds, your stake's going to get bigger, so be careful with that one. On the letter grid system, I can click on certain options. For example, if I click this option, it will auto-center the ladder to the last price matched. So then if I look down here, that means the last price matched was over here at 2.66. But there's no more money available at those levels. If I then try to scroll down or up, it will automatically take me back to where the last price was matched. If I remove that, then I can scroll and it will just stop there. But let's take it back to where it was last matched at 2.66. Now here, if I left click on the blue cell, it will automatically place a back bet at this price level. This bet was not matched, so it appears in the white cell as an unmatched amount. I can also cancel this unmatched bet by left clicking once on this cell. In the same way, if I want to lay this price, I can click on the pink box. If it is unmatched, then it will show up here in the white cell. If I want to cancel that, I left click it. If we look here, money is available at the 2.56 odds. If I left click on that, this was matched immediately, and that bet will appear in the bets tab here. You can see the bet was matched at 2.56 as a manual bet with a stake of £10. In the same way, if there's money available for a lay bet and I click to lay that, the bet is matched instantly, and that also shows up in the bets tab. There it is, a lay at 3.6 matched. That's one way to bet using the ladder view. Please note here that this ladder is only for this runner, runner number 1. If I was wanting to bet on runner number 2, I would have to click on that and click on its ladder button. You can see here the name has changed. If I was wanting to bet on number 3, I would have to click on the ladder button for that here. So just be aware of that. If I want to get rid of that ladder, I just click on the ladder button again. It is also possible to manually bet from this grid view here. The selections view is customizable, and if we right click on the column header and select column chooser, we get some options of extra columns we can add in. This will make it easier to bet on things from this view. I will need to add a back button, a my price button, and I'm going to double click to add a stake button. If I wanted, I could add a lay button, I could add a minimum and a maximum price button, but for the moment I'm just going to add these. Then for example, if I wanted to bet on number 1 trance here, and right now we can see that the back offer is at 2.94, the lay offer is at 3.35. I can change the odds and say I want to bet 3.05. Or if I click straight on the back offer, it will change the my price odds to those that are available there. Or if I click on the lay offer odds, the layer offer odds will go there. I can also adjust my stake. So if I just wanted to bet, say, £3, I can do that. And then if I want to bet right now, I can click on the back button. Here I get a confirmation screen. If you don't want this to come up each time, you can click this checkbox here. But it's just confirming place a £3 back bet on selection number 1 trance at price 3.35. For some people it can be more comfortable if they see this confirmation screen first. So I'm going to click place. Then I can see that in the bets tab. It's an unmatched bet at that price, 3.35. If, for example, I clicked on the current back odds available and click back straight there and click yes, that should be matched straight away, and it has been. So we can see a record of all the bets I've attempted to make. That previous bet is still unmatched. If you want to select a bet that you want the bot to bet on later, closer to the start time, for example, if I want to bet on this football match here, Bayern Munich versus Marseille. Here, there's something called a My Selections box. It says here, mark the selection as your choice to bet on. If I click here I select Bayern Munich. And now that's come up in the My Selections column here to back Bayern Munich. Now, if I go to Bots and Strategies, in the example Bet on My Selections, if I switch this on, it will bet on the My Selections when the time comes, according to the settings set for this strategy. Here, this is set to bet 20 minutes before in play currently. So when it gets to 20 minutes before kickoff for that match, it will place a bet. It won't place the bet according to these settings. It will place a bet according to these settings. The stake here is set at £2. The price settings, it's going to bet on the currently available price, and it's going to worsen the price by 2 ticks, and that should ensure that the bet gets matched. That means that, for example, if the odds at 20 minutes before kickoff are 1.28, the bot will bet at 1.26. If 1.28 is available for £2, it will get matched at that price. But for example, if I was betting £100, as you can see here, there's only £62 available at 1.28. So £62 would be matched at 1.28, and then some more would be matched at 1.27 and some more at 1.26. In this way, the bot ensures that the strategy gets its bet matched. This is useful if you want the bot to auto-bet for you and get the price as close as possible to kickoff, but you don't want to sit in front of your computer all the time to do that. You can go through various events that you want to set up, like if I want to bet on the draw here, I click on My Selections on the draw, and then the Bet on My Selection strategy will bet on that match. Remember to check the settings that you have, just to be sure that it's going to bet how you want it to. This example Bet on My Selections is going to bet 20 minutes before kickoff. It has an overround setting. It's only going to bet on odds between 1.01 and 20. It's going to bet on My Favorites only. What that means is it's going to bet on markets using the the My Selection column at the Selections grid. And it's going to place back bets. If you wanted it to do lay bets, you'd click on the lay bet part. This is the key point here. It will bet on the selections that are checked as the My Selections column at the Selections grid. That is this, the My Selections column in the market grid. And you can see it again here. So even when I close this, I can see which matches I've selected to bet on. Further up here, here's my selection again. So currently there are 2 games that my strategy would bet on following my own selections. In this way, you can bet using a ladder or using the My Selections strategy. If you have any problems, then please feel free to contact us and we will do our best to help you. Thank you.